The US is a world-leading nation of technology, but do you know that even a big empire of technology can still be infiltrated and manipulated? And the one standing behind those cyber attacks targeted on US is China. Today, in this video, let's find out how they hack into the US. In 2010, the U.S. Department of Defense discovered thousands of system servers that automatically sent data about the military's activity to China. It is the result of a chip hidden in the BIOS, which takes care of the system boot process. In 2014, Intel Corporation discovered that a group of Chinese hackers had infiltrated the company's intranet through a server infected with malware. The malware was downloaded from the U.S. Technology Corporation hardware supplier's official website. In 2015, the Federal Bureau of Investigation, FBI, issued a warning to a series of local companies that Chinese spies were installing more malicious chips, punching a backdoor into a hardware supplier's server. Anonymous. And other companies like Lockheed Martin, Google, Apple, NASA also reported that they were the victims of cyber attacks which can be traced back or related to China. There are two ways for spies to alter the guts of computer equipment. One, known as interdiction, consists of manipulating devices as they're in transit from manufacturer to customer. This approach is favored by U.S. spy agencies, according to documents leaked by former National Security Agency contractor Edward Snowden. The other method involves seeding changes from the very beginning. In 2015, Amazon.com Inc. began quietly evaluating a startup called Elemental Technologies, a potential acquisition to help with a major expansion of its streaming video service, known today as Amazon Prime Video. Based in Portland, Oregon, Elemental made software for compressing massive video files and formatting them for different devices. Elemental's technology had helped stream the Olympic Games online, communicate with the International Space Station, and funnel drone footage to the Central Intelligence Agency. They fit nicely with Amazon's government businesses, such as the highly secure cloud that Amazon Web Services, AWS, was building for the CIA. The first pass uncovered troubling issues, prompting AWS to take a closer look at Elemental's main product, the expensive servers that customers installed in their networks to handle the video compression. These servers were assembled for Elemental by Supermicro Computer Inc., a San Jose-based company, commonly known as Supermicro. Nested on the server's motherboards, the testers found a tiny microchip, not much bigger than a grain of rice, that wasn't part of the board's original design. Amazon reported the discovery to U.S. authorities, sending a shudder through the intelligence community. Elemental's servers could be found in Department of Defense data centers, the CIA's drone operations, and the onboard networks of Navy warships. And Elemental was just one of hundreds of Supermicro customers. One country in particular has an advantage executing this kind of attack: China, which by some estimates makes 75% of the world's mobile phones and 90% of its PCs. Investigators determined that the chips allowed the attackers to create a stealth doorway into any network that included the altered machines. Multiple people familiar with the matter say investigators found that the chips had been inserted at factories run by manufacturing subcontractors in China. Hardware is just so far off the radar, it's almost treated like black magic. But that's just what U.S. investigators found. The chips had been inserted during the manufacturing process, two officials say, by operatives from a unit of the People's Liberation Army. In Supermicro, China's spies appear to have found a perfect conduit for what U.S. officials now describe as the most significant supply chain attack known to have been carried out against American companies. This attack was something graver than the software-based incidents the world has grown accustomed to seeing. Hardware hacks are more difficult to pull off and potentially more devastating, promising the kind of long-term, stealth access that spy agencies are willing to invest millions of dollars and many years to get. Alright, so that's some facts of today about the Chinese and American. Let's stay tuned for our next videos and find out.